For this next section, we're going to be going over some words within the English language. So we're going to listen to a bunch of words. We're going to try to sound them out, and then you're going to repeat after me. I'm going to say the word a couple of times, and you're going to repeat after me. Remember, when you're repeating after me, make sure to be recording my voice and your voice. Afterwards, go back and listen to your recording, and then drill those words that you need to improve. Okay, so again, we're going to be going over lots of words. We're going to be going over some of those difficult sounds, such as the R sound, the TH, the L's, the W's, all of these difficult sounds that we have that we've already talked about. Remember to be recording yourself, to listen, and then drill those words. All right, let's begin. Our first word that we have here is archive. Archive. So we have a couple things going on here with this word. We have this R sound, of course, and then we have a CH that is being pronounced as a K sound. And then we want to make sure that we get that V sound in there. Archive. 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 Make sure to repeat after me and record yourself. Archive. Archive. Excellent. So remember to go back, listen to your recording, and then drill if necessary. All right, let's go on to our next word here. Our next word is anterior. 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 So quite a few R sounds here. We have this ear, ear. Anterior. Let's practice together. Anterior. 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 Excellent. Go ahead and review that recording and practice if you need to. Remember, we can isolate these R sounds. Ear, 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 ear. All right, our next word here is alarming. Alarming. We need to be careful with the L and R sound here. Remember, we need to hear a difference between those two sounds. Alarming. So we can break this one up, right? Alarming. Alarming. Let's practice together. Make sure to be recording. Alarming. Alarming. The alarming news. Alarming. Excellent. Go ahead and practice that one. Review your recording, and then drill if necessary. Our next word is augment. Augment. With this word, we have this AU at the beginning, and this is going to be pronounced as ah, as in August, autumn, augment, augment. So we want to make that ah sound, ah, ah. And then we have the g sound, augment, augment. Let's try this one together. Augment, augment. Excellent. Go ahead and practice on your own. Remember to listen to your recording. Our next word is battle. Battle. So with this one, we have this double T sound. Battle, ro, ro, ro. Almost like we're saying the word dole. Battle. Battle. Let's practice together. Battle. 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 Our next word is belligerent. Longer word here. Belligerent. Belligerent. So we have to make sure we're getting that L sound, and then this G is making a J sound. Belligerent. Belligerent. Let's practice together. Belligerent. 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 A belligerent person. And we can notice that the first E here is making that schwa sound, right? It's not B, belligerent, or it's not belligerent, it's belligerent, belligerent. So make sure to be getting that schwa sound there. Our next word is business. I know we've talked about this word before, but we want to make sure that that I is squeezed out. Remember, it's a squeezed out vowel, so we're not really pronouncing that I sound. Business. The first S is going to make a Z sound, while the two S's on the end are going to make that smooth S sound. So, business, business. Let's practice together. Business, business. Word is bruise, bruise. Here we have a nice consonant cluster with this br sound. And then we have the oo, bruise, bruise. So we want to make sure that we're getting the oo part there. Ooze, bruise, bruise. Our next word is cranky. Cranky. We have a good consonant cluster with cr, cranky. This blend here, cr, cranky. This ANK is going to make that ank, ank, cranky. So you need to get that ing sound. Cranky. Cranky. Let's practice together. Cranky. cranky. Our next one is congratulations. Congratulations. We have a lot of different sounds here. So first we have our consonant blend, gra, gra, gra. And then this TU is making like a chew. Congratu. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's practice together. Congratulations. 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 Our next word is disguise. Disguise. This word is strange because the second part, the guise part, we have a U-I-S, but we're pronouncing it as if it were just an I. I, disguise. Remember we talked about this earlier with our silent letters. Frequently when we have G-U, the U is going to be silent. So we're really just focusing on that I part. Disguise. So in the first part we have our short I, dis. In the second part, the long I, guise. Disguise. Let's practice together. Disguise. 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 Our next word is dirty. Dirty. Here, that T is making the same sound that it makes as in the word better. So instead of dirty, we have dirty. 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 Let's practice together. Dirty. 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 This TY ending, where it sounds almost like a D, is the same that we use whenever we say numbers like 30, 40, 50, 60. Whenever we say these numbers, it's important that we're saying the D sound instead of T, because if we say 30, it's going to sound very similar to 13, right? So if you notice that sometimes people get confused when you say numbers, it could be because of this. So let's listen to the difference. We have 13 and we have 30. So 13 and 30. 14, 40. 14, 40. 17, 70. 17, 70. 19, 90. 19, 90. So we can hear that D sound is very important. Remember to be recording, go back and practice these, go back and drill these if you hear that there's a difference. Our next word is dropped, right? The past tense of drop. Drop, dropped. Dropped. So when we have this DR, this consonant blend here, it's going to make a dra, dra. For example, dress, drive, dropped, dropped. Let's practice. Dropped, dropped. She dropped her keys. Something important here is that with this ED, we want to make sure that we hear the T sound. Dropped, dropped. She dropped her keys. If we don't make that sound, then it's just going to sound like the present tense. She dropped her keys. So how do we know that this ED is going to make a T sound here? Because sometimes ED makes a D sound and sometimes it makes an ID sound. The key to knowing and how to pronounce that ED depends on the last letter, the last sound of the base word. So here our base word is drop, and we can see that P is a voiceless sound. So whenever that word ends in a voiceless sound, drop, wash, cook, all of these sounds, these are voiceless. So when we add the ED is going to sound also like a voiceless sound, like a T. Washed, cooked, dropped, missed. It would sound really weird if we said dropped or cooked, right? If the base word ends in a voiced sound, so for example, call, call, when we add the ED, it's going to sound like a D sound. Called, called. Or for example, rained. It rained yesterday. She called me. And if our verb ends in a T or a D, then that's when we're going to pronounce the ED as id. Wanted, needed, invited. Okay, so with this one, with drop, since it's a voiceless sound, when we add the ED, it's going to say dropped. She dropped her keys. Our next word is exit. Exit. So this word we have an X, exit. Exit. And our X is almost going to sound like a Z sound. Exit. Exit. This is making almost a K or a G sound and then a zit sound. Exit. Exit. Let's practice. Exit. 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 All right, the next word that we're gonna go over. Our next word, we have a good consonant blend here. We have flex. Flex. So you have this FL consonant blend. Fl. Fl. So we're starting here in the front with our F sound, and then we're going into a L sound. Fl. Fl. Flex. Let's practice together. Flex. Flex. Another common word with the same consonant blend is flew or fly. So we can also practice with those ones if this is something difficult. So we have fly, flew, flex. Our next word, we have farther. Farther. So here we have some good R sounds and a voiced TH. Farther, there. Farther. Farther. Let's practice. Farther. Farther. Our next word is fashion. Fashion. Here we have this a sound and shin. Fashion. Let's practice together. Fashion. 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 Our next word is forward. Forward. The second part here sounds like word. So we have word. Forward. Let's practice together. Forward. 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 Our next word is frozen. Frozen. So we have another consonant blend here. Frozen. It's frozen. Let's practice together. Frozen. Our next word is golden. Golden. Here we want to make sure to get that ol sound. Old. Golden. Golden. We can even separate this into the word goal and din. Golden. Golden. Our next word is grammar. Grammar. We have this GR consonant blend here. This is very common, especially in words like grand, great, grandma, grammar. Let's practice together. Grammar. 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 Our next word is glue. Glue. This one's a more difficult consonant blend, this GL. Gla. Gla. Glue. 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 Our next word is hook. Hook. We have this sound. Hook. Hook. So remember that first H, that first sound, the H, is just air. And we need to make sure that we do pronounce it. So we want to avoid ook and make sure that we have that air sound. Hook. Hook. Our next words, we're going to do these as a pair. We have hair and here. Hair and here. Hair, here. Hair, here. Go ahead and practice those ones. Okay. Our next word is interruption. Interruption. This word, usually when we say it in a sentence, the T disappears a little bit. It starts to turn into interruption. There was a brief interruption. So we can hear the difference of when we say this just isolated, interruption, and then when we actually say it in a sentence, a brief interruption. Sorry for the interruption. So it almost sounds like an inner sound. So we can practice it both ways. Interruption, interruption. And now let's practice it in a sentence. A brief interruption. Sorry for the interruption. Interruption. Go ahead and practice that one. Our next word is kilometer. Kilometer. We talked briefly about this word with the stress. Kilometer. So we want to avoid kilometer and say kilometer. Kilometer. Let's practice. Kilometer. 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 So although the last part, meter, is pronounced meter when it's by itself, whenever it's in a word like this, it's going to sound like meter. Kilometer. Meter. Our next word is labor. Labor. So here we have this L sound, lay, and then burr. Labor. 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 The next word is la. La. We have this ah sound. We want to avoid saying la and make sure it's this ah sound. La, ah. So our tongue, we're pulling back to make that ah sound. La. La. Next word is look. 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 So here we have the sound. look, look. Don't forget to be recording my voice with your voice and then go back and drill these words that you need to work on. Our next word is many. 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 With this word many, we're not really making an ah sound. It just sounds like many, almost as if we were saying men. Many. Be careful not to confuse it with money. Money, many. Money, many. Our next word is random. 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 So we have this ra sound, ra. Remember, if these R's are difficult, isolate them and practice them with different vowel sounds. So go through the vowel sounds, for example, ra, re, re, ra, ra. All right, with our vowel sounds. Ra, re, re, ra, ra. We can do the long sounds too, right? Re, re, ri, ro, ru. So we're gonna isolate these and we're gonna practice them with different vowel sounds so that we get used to using them in a variety of words. So just isolate them with the vowel sounds. You can even do it with the vowel sound first, right? R, ear, or. Depending on which is more difficult. If we're having more difficulty with the R at the beginning, then practice it with those vowel sounds. Ra, re, re, ra, ra. Let's look at another vowel sound here. We have result. 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 Notice how the S is making a Z sound as well. Z. Result. Let's try one more R sound here. We have realize. Realize. So you're making the re sound, and then we have lies, like the word lies. Realize. Realize. Our next word is that. That. Simple word, but we want to make sure that we're not pronouncing it as that. That. Notice where my tongue is. That. 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 We can practice this with words like there, this, that, therefore. So we want to avoid making that D sound. There. That. Our next one is third. Third. It comes from three, right? First, second, third. We want to make sure that we get this voiceless TH, this th sound. Third. 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 Next one, a little more difficult, we have throw. This consonant blend is very difficult with this TH and R. Throw. 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 Our next word is value. Value. You need to get that vibration, right? Value. Value. Next one is video. Video. Again with that vibration. Video. Our next word is want. Right? Notice there's no vibration here. Want. So we want to avoid want, right? There should be no vibration. Want, want, wanted, want. Our next word is withdrawal. 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 The last words that we'll talk about are women and woman. Women and woman. Women, woman. So notice the difference here. We have women, so the plural version. The O is going to sound almost like an I, men, women. And that's how we know that it's plural. Whenever it's singular, it's going to sound like woman. Woman. One woman, three women. One woman, three women. Woman, women. Excellent work here. So remember, if you didn't do this already, go back and make sure you record yourself saying these words with me. Listen to your recording and then drill the words that you need to improve. And be honest with yourself, right? Even if it's a very small change that you have to make, drill that word, because sometimes when we're talking quickly or in a sentence casually, Even if it's a small mistake when we're focusing on it, it might turn into a larger mistake when we're not thinking about it consciously. So make sure to be drilling any of these words that you think you can improve, any mistakes that you made. And remember, mistakes are not a bad thing. Don't feel bad if you see that your notebook is full of notes of mistakes that you've made. That's not a bad thing. Each mistake is an opportunity to improve, an opportunity to learn, and an opportunity to get better. So don't worry about your mistakes. Remember, mistakes are good things. I promise you.